science. He thought that the answers were the answer to everything. All science, no philosophy. One day, someone tells them that you can use your mind creatively.
Hello everybody, my name is Nabor and I am with Black Diamond Productions. This is Forrest Avery, Serial Sickness. We were super happy because he was able to make it to California to play for Grand Theft Audio. Thank you so much, Forrest. It's a pleasure to meet you. Yeah, absolutely.
I was stoked I can make it down and perform for you guys.
Absolutely. We've been listening to your music. You've been doing a really great job. So it looks that you've been around the scene for around 15 years?
Yeah, specifically in the Northwest for quite some time. I started going to raves back in the 90s when they were real big, and then got into DJing at that time, and then kind of progressed from there into the club scene, and eventually got into production, which is really something I've only been doing for the last few years along with running the label.
Oh, nice,
That's kind of
nice.
when stuff really started to take off for me, and I got a lot more recognition outside of the Northwest, and got a chance to travel around and meet new cool people like you guys.
Nice. That's awesome. So nowadays you have Serial Sickness. That's your established record label.
Yeah, that's the label I run, and that's primarily what I use to sign and release music from other artists
Nice.
that I think are doing quality stuff. Not only established but unestablished artists as well. Usually trying to sign tracks from people who are specifically either out of the Northwest and have remixes done by people from outside that area, or vice versa, where I would sign some tracks from somebody outside of the Northwest and have the Northwest artists do the remixes.
Nice.
Since I've been running it though, that's gone a little out the window, and right now it's trying to make sure we're putting out the best music we can.
Nice, absolutely. So before you were here in California, you were in Canada. How was Canada? How was that party?
Oh, Canada was great. Big shout out to Lloydie Lou and all the peeps at Level 2 there, Matt McDonald and Adam who runs that club. That was a great time up there. The Canadians really know how to party.
Nice.
They definitely treated me well, and I'm looking forward to going back up and seeing them all again here.
That's awesome. So as far as mixing, what's your favorite setup? What would be like something you walk into a club and you're like, yes, tonight it's gonna be a great night?
Well, I'm definitely just because of the time I've been doing it, I grew up playing on turntables. So a Technics turntable is always going to be my preferred method of controlling the music. As for mixers, I've come to kind of like a lot of different mixers, and can do different things on different models depending on what you put me in front of. But my preferred one at this point is probably the Allen & Heath Zone 92.
Okay.
The filters on that really allow for some dynamic mixing that otherwise would essentially take probably 4 hands. So,
oh wow.
Yeah, and it's whereas the Pioneers are a nice kind of a standard that you find everywhere, so you got to be used to working with those, and they have some fun effects to play with, but I feel like they get a little canned after a while.
Yeah.
The Allen & Heath really allows for some nice smooth mixing.
That's awesome. So when you were a little kid, do you remember what kind of music do your parents used to listen to, and do you think that actually influenced in you on the way that you spin and the kind of music that you like?
My parents, obviously, you can tell from my name, were probably hippies, so they listen to a wide variety of music, I would say, but mostly jam band type stuff. But I was exposed. I'm a child of the '80s, and so I kind of grew up being exposed to a hodgepodge of different types of punk rock and just '80s pop and R&B and just definitely a wide variety of stuff that I would say influenced my overall taste and sound. But it wasn't until I got into DJing until I really started to get into music and pay attention to what I was listening to and who I was into and what music I actually liked. Before that, it was just kind of hey, if I liked the sound of it, then it was good. I wasn't really too worried. It wasn't a big interest of mine as far as knowing a lot about it. Yeah. So DJing has definitely helped refine that attitude in me, and to actually be a lot, from the get-go, being a lot more interested in music.
Nice. So do you currently have a residency in Portland? Where do you spend most of the time in Portland nowadays?
Well, I don't do a residency in Portland specifically because I found that it's very hard to, being a locally established DJ that's been around that long, it can be quite a challenge to get people to come and see you on a regular basis.
Okay.
I play a lot at a club called Groove Suite, which is run by a couple of great friends of mine, Matty Starr and Rich. Those guys, they're definitely representing the house scene proper in Portland for sure. So big shout out to them.
Nice.
But and it's kind of the type of thing that I'll make sure I go in and play at their club, once every other month or so, to be active in the scene. The only residency I do as far as a regular gig is actually down in Eugene, which is a little south of Portland. That's where the U of O is, Go Ducks, and all that. That's something where I get the out of town recognition there, so I can come down once a month and the party will be popping. But in Portland, you gotta realize where you're at. As much as I get to travel around and have fans all over the place. When it comes to Portland, I'm definitely I'm a local supporting act.
Nice.
You don't put me at the top of the flyer. You put me underneath somebody that they're bringing in. So anybody who's been in the scene for a while, kind of I think has to have that perspective. Realize where you're going to draw people and how you can most effectively make a night happen. Because I'm definitely not trying to go out and just to play at this point. I want to play at good shows and entertain people.
So now that you don't spend as much time DJing because you're producing a lot of the songs which we actually heard. What's your latest remix that or the latest album that you have or song that you have out right now?
See, the latest release that I had come out, I believe, just recently was on Tasty, which is a sister label of Greenhouse Recordings, and that was a collaboration project I did with my main man Dirty D there in Portland, who also deserves a big shout out. He's pretty much the only artist I regularly collaborate with.
Nice.
We just kind of have that click in the studio. I know a lot of producers and a lot of people like to collaborate, but that's pretty much the main guy I do stuff with.
Nice.
And that one, those tracks, we made those a while ago, but usually when you sign to a proper label, it takes a little while for the tracks to come out. Just before that, I had a track included in the Juiced Summer Sampler.
Oh, nice!
And that was a real cool pack to be on. A lot of good names on there, including DeMarcus Lewis, who's a very well known and established. I consider the guy pretty much a house legend. So
nice.
I was stoked to have a track on there next to him.
Oh, absolutely, that's great. And our final question, probably for the day, probably is not DJ related, but what's your favorite time of the day?
Good question. Favorite time of the day? Day or night? Is it day specifically?
Day or night? What's this out of the 24 hours that you got? What's the favorite time?
Gonna have to be 4 p.m. because that's when I get off work.
Nice.
So
That's awesome.
I would say that is consistently my favorite time during the day.
That's great. So Forrest Avery was with us playing for Grand Theft Audio. He was the headliner. He flew from Portland and absolutely killed it at the Graduate Davis. We're really lucky to be able to have him. Right now, we are in the process to start doing Black Diamond Sessions number 7. I'm pretty stoked because this is going to be an awesome session. So, do you have what are you going to be dropping tonight?
Well, I think for this one, it'll be a quick set, so I'll probably try to mostly feature stuff that has either just come out on my label, Serial Sickness, or maybe a few that you could actually buy right now. But then also a few tracks that we got upcoming from some artists. I got a great release coming out here really soon from Alex Coelho, who really excited to have some tracks from him. Got some stuff remixes done by Kinky Movement. And,
nice. Where are we going to be able to download and buy those songs?
Once they come out, you'll be able to find all those tracks on both Stompy, Beatport, and pretty soon the label will be available on TrackSource as well. But I need to get off my ass and finish the paperwork on that one.
Yeah.
But we got some good stuff coming out. The first exclusive release I've set up for TrackSource will be a Pete the Freak. Track that actually it's 2 tracks, so we got some great remixes on that one as well. Kinky Movement's going to be on that.
Nice.
As well as Jaya Jackin, which I hope I'm saying that right. I can never pronounce the guy's name right, but
all right.
Definitely there'll be some good stuff on that for sure. As well as don't let me forget out of Australia there, Ollie Brooke, who runs the Pure House Music site.
Nice.
He's also got a nice deep house remix that he's put together for me on that, and hey, apologies to all the producers who've been waiting for the tracks to come out, because I've definitely been sleeping on getting the latest releases out.
Yeah.
Got married over the last few months. generally pretty busy, but hey, no excuse to be lagging on getting the beats out. So we'll be back on that.
Yeah, we need more of your beats, man, for sure. People need them. I really enjoy those beats.
Hey, well, we're glad to put them out, man.
Awesome, Forrest. Thank you so much. All right, and we were pleased to have you here from Grand Theft Audio. People, you gotta follow us. You gotta follow Forrest Avery. Make sure to visit him on his Facebook page. What's the website for the stuff that you usually do you launch your stuff? Serial Sickness?
There is a Serial Sickness site, but if you go there now, it'll just be a Mr. Yuck staring at you going under construction. You know, I need to get on some people to do some redesign on the website.
Perfect.
You know, definitely websites are back burner things, and so many people are, you know, just all Facebook now.
Right. It's all about Facebook. So your Facebook is facebook.com/Forrest Avery. All right, make sure to visit Forrest. And make sure to listen to his music, buy some of his songs. You gotta check out The Perfect Beat. That's one of my favorite songs from Forrest Avery. So make sure you check him out. Check you out, everybody.